Why smoking or vaping on planes is strictly banned. Imagine settling into your seat for a long flight. The safety demo ends, the seatbelt sign turns off, and someone nearby pulls out a cigarette or vape pen. Sounds ridiculous, right? But it still happens, and when it does, the consequences are swift and severe. Massive fines, flight diversions, arrests on landing, permanent airline bans, and in extreme cases, criminal charges, or even jail time. So, why is smoking or vaping completely prohibited inside commercial aircraft cabins worldwide? It's not just a courtesy rule or to avoid annoying passengers. The ban exists for very real, life or death safety reasons, strict federal laws, and to protect everyone on board. Let's walk through the full story from history to the harsh penalties today. The ban didn't happen overnight. Back in the 1960s and 70s, smoking was normal on planes. Ashtrays were built into every seat armrest, and cabins were often hazy with cigarette smoke. Flight attendants and passengers dealt with constant second-hand exposure. But incidents started piling up. Smoldering cigarette butts in lavatory trash bins caused fires. Smoke filled the cabin, and in some tragic cases, it contributed to disasters. By the 1980s, pressure mounted from health groups, flight attendants, and regulators. In 1987, the US banned smoking on domestic flights under 2 hours. By 1990, Congress made it permanent for all US domestic flights. And by 2000, it extended to international flights to from the US. The FAA and ICAO pushed global standards. Today, smoking and vaping are banned on virtually every commercial flight worldwide. Even pilots lost the right to smoke in the cockpit long ago. The top reason for the total ban? Fire hazard in a confined, pressurized metal tube flying at 35,000 feet. Aircraft cabins have low humidity. Dry air makes materials more flammable. Oxygen levels from recirculation systems help fires spread quickly. There's no easy way to evacuate midair, and firefighting options are limited. Halon extinguishers, small water bottles, and crew training. A single unextinguished cigarette butt in a lavatory trash can smolder for hours, ignite paper towels or waste, and fill the cabin with toxic smoke. Historical examples include the 1973 Varig Flight 820 fire, linked to lavatory smoking, and the 1983 Air Canada Flight 797 smoke incident, both deadly. These tragedies led to mandatory smoke detectors in every lavatory and the strict no-smoking rule in restrooms. Even a quick puff can trigger alarms, force an emergency descent, or escalate to a full evacuation nightmare. Second major reason, health and cabin air quality. Before the ban, recirculated air carried tar, nicotine, carbon monoxide, and other toxins throughout the cabin. No escape for non-smokers, kids, or asthmatics. Flight attendants suffered chronic exposure, reporting respiratory issues, headaches, and worse. The ban cleaned the air dramatically. Modern HEPA filters now handle viruses and particles, but smoke would clog them and add unnecessary chemicals. Vaping and e-cigarettes? Banned too. Lithium batteries pose fire explosion risks, especially if damaged, and vapor adds more irritants to the recirculated system. No exceptions. Third, it's a federal safety and interference violation. In the US, FAA regulations under 14 CFR A121.317 and Part 252 make smoking illegal on all commercial flights. Tampering with smoke detectors, common way people hide smoking, carries its own penalty, up to $2,000 just for that. More importantly, refusing to stop when told by crew counts as interfering with flight crew, a federal crime under 49 U.S.C. 46504. That escalates everything. Crew must maintain authority for safety, and defiance can lead to criminal charges beyond civil fines. Now the penalties. There are no slap on the wrist. The FAA can propose civil fines up to $17,000 plus per violation, sometimes higher with tampering or interference. Airlines add their own lifetime bans. Flights get diverted for unruly behavior, costing thousands in fees and delays. On landing, law enforcement often meets the plane for arrest. Real cases show how serious it gets. In 2021, FAA proposed 16,700 against a passenger for smoking in a lavatory on an Allegiant Air flight, plus extra for assaulting others and yelling at crew on a follow-up leg. Another 2021 case. 10,315 fine for vaping during boarding and arguing with attendants. Jet2 passenger in the UK got 4 months in prison for smoking while drunk on a flight to Leeds. Indonesia. Aviation law allows fines up to IDR 25 billion, 160,000 USD, or 5 years prison for endangering safety. Even smaller cases. Passengers fined $500 or $4,000, removed from flights, and added to no-fly lists. In extreme scenarios, like refusing to comply, assaulting crew, or causing a diversion, it can turn into felony charges with jail time. Zero tolerance exists because one person's quick smoke risks everyone's life. And yes, those ashtrays are still in lavatories. Why? FAA requires them as a fail-safe. If someone breaks the law and lights up anyway, they have somewhere to stub it out instead of dropping it in trash and starting a fire. It's a grim reminder of the rule's origins. Bottom line, smoking or vaping on a plane isn't just rude. It's dangerous, illegal, and can ruin your life with fines, arrests, bans, or worse. Respect the no smoking sign. It's there to keep us all safe at 35,000 feet. If this breakdown helped you understand why the rule is so strict, give it a like, subscribe for more aviation safety explained, and drop a comment. What's the wildest in-flight rule violation story you've heard? Safe travels out there? Stay curious. Curious Corner. Please subscribe to our channel.